Lior Shambadal is an Israeli-born conductor who studied first in Israel and later in Europe, and was very, very lucky to have the greatest conductor as teachers. Carlo Maria Giulini, Sergio Celibidache, Igor Markevich, and others. So I was very lucky to have this rich, cultural rich generation as teachers. And conductors need an orchestra. So after all these studies, and I started to conduct, and it's very difficult to start. The start up is very difficult. You have to find an orchestra. You have to convince. And at the time, it was much more important than now. There were conductors competitions in Copenhagen and in France and in Italy. And after every competition, you get more name and you get more engagement and you are more known. So I did some competitions, and at least at the last one, I got in all competitions, I got prizes, but the last one, which was in Florence, I got the first prize, and it was like international engagements. This was in 1918, long ago. And at the beginning, it's going very slow. Even if you are doing things very good, you say, okay, we invite you again, but in 2 years. So you have to overcome these 2 years. The other possibility is to get a position, like music director. So my music director position, the first one was actually in Haifa in Israel. And then another positions, I don't want to name them all because they can read in their biography, but the positions give you the chance to build an orchestra and to build repertoire and to have connections to guest conductors and guest soloists and all this. The question is how to continue when you're doing something like I did 8 years of opera. After 8 years of opera, you want to change, you want to do something else. So the moment, I will make the story short, at the moment, after all this changing of institutions and orchestras and that I was leading, I'm at the moment only it's good to say it's good, chief conductor of the Berlin Symphony Orchestra, which is a very important orchestra in the world, and I'm doing the job there 18 years already, which is record. And beside this orchestra, like guest conducting like here, or other orchestras in the world, I'm doing much more teaching than before. So I'm giving about 10 master classes a year for conductors, which are about 10 weeks, only for teaching. It's a lot. And it's much more tiring than conducting. So this is about